So we have a bit of hair surgery happening today. With everything with my celiac, with the flare up, it's been just, it's a journey because these flare ups can last like 7 months to a year. And especially for ones like me who are the 5 to 10% that get the bacterial infection, which basically takes all of the toxins in your body into to the top of your skin and basically burns you. So that's been no fun whatsoever. And you know, I'm trying to take care of issues now because you know, it's just the flare's been so weird and something's been triggering. I've been trying to figure out what exactly that is because I know it probably started with stress.
Do you feel stressed now, Jen? Do you feel stressed, Jen? Jen?
I haven't had gluten so long I can't even tell you. 13 years probably. And I'm really, really cautious about stuff, and I take stuff for like just in case I get contacted with like an enzyme that helps with that, just in case there's trace elements in. But it's funny, it's a hard life being a celiac person. It's hard. There's a lot of stuff. I mean, I'm wheat, oats, and barley, not just wheat. And there's a lot of stuff when you look at the labels of food that actually wheat, like maltodextrin. If it doesn't say maltodextrin, it's like corn or something like that, it's wheat. So, just stuff you don't know until you know, and you really gotta research. And it's just one of those things that like it could be really dangerous and just really getting sick. And as I said, this is been something else. So we've been, it's just one of those. You gotta test. You gotta sometimes the timing of as I said, the 7 months to a year, and sometimes just figuring out the right combination. Antibiotics that you gotta watch because antibiotics will kill the good and bad bacteria. So, basically you can only do those every once in a while. So I was also on a natural tea for a while. That was working really well. But your body changes and mine's weird sometimes, and it says, it's not gonna work right now, or you're not gonna work as well as you could. So we do we're when you're in the virgin brain, we go down the rabbit hole. We're looking for everything and trying everything, and my dad in on it because he's the same type. Mr. Researches everything to the as much as possible. He knows everything about that thing. Um, we all talk to each other about it and try different things and figure out this because it is what it is. So this thing back here brought up because I was staying at the farm a little longer, and we were watching what I ate, and we finally saw, like, I ate a hamburger, and then the next day I would have more of a rash, on top of the burn, and then the big test was a steak, and then that's taken me a few days to get over, um, but it was a very good test, and it definitely gave us a direction to go to, and that direction is alpha-gal. So with alpha-gal, it's funny because this came up, and all of a sudden I'm starting to hear it from people, so I felt like we should talk about it today. I feel like it's something that's to me really important, and might be something a lot of people are struggling with right now, and that's going to pop up. But basically, at some point, you get bit by a tick. Isn't it one of those things that it lasts like 6 years or something? It doesn't matter when you get bit.
For some people, it can be the rest of their lives.
So they can just randomly get this.
They can just randomly get bitten by a tick at any point in their life.
Years later,
realize it exactly.
Just randomly, years later, it turns into alpha-gal. Alpha-gal is basically you are allergic to mammals. You cannot eat another mammal. You are like no cow, no pig, no lamb, not even collagen or anything. You can't do any of that stuff. What else?
Milk, dairy, cheese.
The feed. I'm still eating cheese. It's just going to be lower because I'm already don't eat things, and that's going to piss me off. But I watch out anyway. I watch my dairy because the last cleanse I did 8 years ago, when I got out of it, all of a sudden, if I had just enough dairy, I would have a sneezing fit for an hour. But not with me. The weird allergic reactions we have.
Yeah.
But in the end, we're the only animal that really eats, drinks another animal's milk. So really, the one that's most digestible is goat, which I like goat, but it is very a very strong palate for those who don't like this sort of thing. But I'm weird, I do. So this week have been cutting out, just doing fish and chicken. Doing a lot of bone broth. And vegetable broth, but the bone broth was chicken. You can find it. You can definitely find it online, but I know we can find it at Walmart. They have the sipping one, and make sure it says bone broth. But you can also make your own, which in the end ends up being better. You just have to cook the crap out of it forever. Um, so and then you can always do seafood broth, fish broth, veggie broth. And that's really good to make sure you have all those things and even make it into. I'm going to add like some extra vegetables into mine of some beets and maybe some broccoli because broccoli is really good for your skin. Um, some different stuff like that, maybe some greens, and just really, really cook it down so it's like a really nice broth. That way it has like extra vitamins and stuff for me because you want to drink that as much as possible because one, hydration, but also keeping, you want to make sure that you're having enough nutrition. And especially with celiac, that's one of those things of sometimes I have to eat twice as much because I don't metabolize the same as other people. And it's in waves. It doesn't just happen. So, one day my pants will fit, the next day they're falling off of me. No, you don't want this. It's not fun. Because I've got many viewers first go like, oh, I wish that was me. No, you really don't. You really don't. You just think you do because you think you want to be skinny like that. And trust me, it's not fun. It's really not fun. I feel like one of those 90s teenagers, back in our day where their pants are falling down. Those singing the Pants on the Ground song from American Idol. You know. Pants on ground, pants on ground. Looking like a fool with your pants on the ground. Yes, that's me. Don't want to hear that because I don't want to be flashing anybody. You got to buy tickets for that. Sorry.
That's awesome.
Not these days, but when you know. Anyway, as I said, we're just cutting this crap in my hair today because the knots were just tremendous, and it was just one of those days I was like, I need help. I need help. And with all the cleansing, everything comes on. There's a lot of other cleansing that needs to happen, and I've been needing the haircut. I don't get out as much as I should, but at the same time, it's hard because there's some days where I can't even get off the couch still. It's really exhausting and very mentally exhausting. Emotionally, it takes a toll on me. I mean, you guys have seen like my face is red and stuff, and I worry about that with things because I don't want it to be a distraction, but at the same time, I want to be vulnerable and I want to be able to help you guys if you're going through the same kind of thing because that's happened to me many times in my life. Of something like that has happened, like with fibromyalgia or with celiac, and me reaching out, talking about it, being vulnerable has helped people. That's always the thing I come from with this. Just that I'm doing this for you. you know, like I'm on the camera and stuff for you, and I wanna show you like the real realm. But also, you know, there are such tough times in our journey that we're always able to get out of, and thank God that we have like support systems, and I hope you guys do too. But I want this to be, we want to make this our support system. Want to be support for each other, not just neurodivergent people, but for everybody. We want this to be a place of love and people can be themselves and be vulnerable and share their stories and just share connection. So that's really important to us, and that's really what we want, and that's why, basically to allow us to be on with you guys because I want you to hopefully feel like you can do the same thing, you know? This isn't easy. But I'm not the only one that goes through things. And I I feel you, and I have so much empathy for you and just so much love. And, I really want us to create that with this, create our community of just real love based and supportive of each other, through everything we're going through and to help, understand yourself more if you're going through something like this, help you, find the right direction to go in with whatever you need, just so you feel support and you have that positivity. Everybody deserves that. And, it's nice to have people that actually get you and you don't have to mask. You can take the mask off here. This is a mask-free zone, isn't it? What else do you have to say, Miss? You researched the crap out of that alpha gal thing, or it kept popping up on your computer, didn't it?
Yeah, it kept coming up on my feed, and maybe it was because I was like researching symptoms or something.
It's like this is it. Just
Yeah, and so I was like, you know what? Maybe there's something to be. Started looking at comparison patterns. You know what? Maybe this
issues with patterns. Yeah,
yeah, maybe this is a
yeah. And we just the way we work together, we ping off of each other, and we just kind of kept going deeper and deeper and deeper into the rabbit hole of discussing it. And a lot of it makes sense too. Of in the end, people and stuff, I gotta watch what they eat.
Mhm.
But it's hard. It's so hard to eat healthy. It's so hard to eat grass fed this or this, and it's just so expensive. And it's so expensive to go to the grocery store at all these days. Thank God for Aldi,
Yeah.
because that helps my life because of, with gluten free, because they have wonderful gluten free products. But Aldi is also a crapshoot because sometimes they'll have something and then they won't have it the next time.
That's exactly right.
But it's worth it always. And then, just trying to eat healthy is so expensive. So expensive. And then just thinking about your supplements on top of everything else. And blah, 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 blah. Gosh. You and I'm done. I don't know what's top of my head. Oh my God, hold on. Hold on.
This is another tool that we use.
An awesome tool.
It is a substitute here.
I have the same one, except mine is like pink with pink glitter because I'm that person. And one of my stepdaughters looks at it, she goes, "Of course you have that one." You're trying to outburn me. I'm burning enough.
Yeah. I feel like I need to contribute.
No, it's doing better though. It's just chilling out right now.
Mm.
Well, yeah, and the last time this happened was like 8 years ago. So it's not like every day I have this, but I mean, you go through this for a year and it takes a toll of you. It takes a toll, and 2016 was like the worst it was, and I mean, I had to like shut down my whole life and in my late 30s go move in with my parents and like have a complete year of just like locked away. Oh,
Yeah.
it was rough. And, that takes a lot of, all of that takes a mental toll and be able to be like, I'm an adult and I should be able to take care of myself. But, sometimes stuff happens and you got to just be like, I got to give myself some grace. I'm being stubborn. This is dumb. I need to allow myself to be helped. That was just always such a hard thing for me to ask for help or even like know how to ask, you know, to know how to communicate that. But I've gotten a lot better. So yeah, I asked for this. I was like, hey, I need something in my hair. I don't know. The color's interesting right now.
When you're ready, we can do something like that.
And then I have that blue, but I don't have the other color. So I'm trying to decide. Yeah, I definitely don't want to do the blue yet.
No.
I'll probably wait until after like some family things to actually like do something crazy. It's better. It's better than it was. The face glitches. I'm just gonna poke it. That's okay. I feel better. I think it's cute. That's cute. It's like what's wrong with you? Oh, character. You guys need to see. If you ever see Real Genius, you need to. One of my characters, one of the people that I was always like felt like I was a kindred soul to was a character in that. Her name's Jordan. She, since I was little, I was like, that's me. But I don't think, when I was younger. I didn't sleep very much when I was in high school. I pretty much felt like Jordan. I just didn't talk as fast as her, but I can sometimes. It depends on who I'm talking to, especially if I'm talking to a norther.